Hey friends, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I'm really excited to knock out this video. Today we're going to give an update on the Mick Thomson and ESP endorsement. So if you haven't done so, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much in advance. If you're anything like me and you love Slipknot and you just love guitars in general, you know this is a massive news story. So just thank you so much for just, being here with me and hanging out and talking about it, okay? So this news story isn't new, but we did get an actual update and press release from ESP Guitars yesterday, May 16th, 2023. And this was just more or less an official announcement from ESP, not just like speculation and just, leaked or like fan photos, from being online and stuff. But now we're actually hearing the news from ESP and the man himself, Mick Thompson. And gathering all this information and reading this press release, we the consumer and we the fan and we the artists, or however you want to label yourself, right? You the fan of music and guitar. Uh-oh, we have a visitor. Hey! Hey, come here, honey. Everybody say hi, this is Gizmo. Say hi, Gizmo. Oh, almost thought about giving me a kiss, but didn't. All right, honey. I'll let you out. I'm gonna let you out in a little bit. Dad's working. I love animals. So I don't know exactly where I was, but yeah, just more or less now we can actually like read up on the news and just kind of gauge when we'll see some, products essentially from ESP Guitars. So up on the ESP Guitars website, we have a beautiful picture of Mick with his ESP, looks like Horizon? Yeah, ESP Horizon, look at that. My eyes are still, I still got vision, right? Don't need glasses just yet. And I say beautiful because honestly, dude, like this is one of the coolest pictures I've ever seen of Mick Thompson. He's a pretty intimidating fellow, right? But like, I don't know, something about like not being able to see his eyes in this picture. I don't know, it looks badass. It's like it's a hell of a picture. So congrats to whoever took that picture, and shout out to ESP for using this one as like the official press release photo. ESP Guitars has announced that acclaimed guitarist Mick Thompson of iconic American metal band Slipknot has joined the ESP artist roster. The company also confirmed that the new ESP/LTD Signature Series guitars is in development for Thompson. That's a lot to unpack right there. ESP/LTD. So, if we go back to Jackson, the last company that Mick Thompson was with, we had basically two renditions of the signature guitar, the signature soloist, the white and the black one. We had the real Jackson guitar, which was, by the time inflation hit, like anywhere like close to $5,000. And the affordable Jackson, the import, was give or take like what, $800 or $900, maybe $1,000 by the time, at the end of the tenure together, whatever you want to call it. I think that similar trend is what is being teased here with ESP and LTD. There's a couple different ways you can read, ESP/LTD. Obviously, LTD is ran by ESP, so maybe it's just going to be an LTD, but I highly doubt that if history repeats itself. You see what I'm saying? So, again, a lot of speculation, but I read that as like two different tiers of a signature guitar. ESP, the big, full-on, like, bells and whistles, $6,000 guitar, and then the more affordable LTD, which will probably cost around $2,000 anymore. We are thrilled to welcome Mick to be a part of the ESP family. Mick is one of the most respected and influential players in the world of metal guitar. The intensity of his aggressive playing style with Slipknot fits perfectly with the energy at ESP. I think most people would agree with that. Could be happy with the ESP family. So impressed with everything about playing live, and there's a great energy with everyone I've dealt with. We're currently working on specs for some customs that I know will be killer. It's been taking longer than expected, as deciding on a model hasn't been easy. Too many possibilities on monster guitars. Admittedly, it's a good problem to have. That, my friends, is something that I want to harp on right now, and I want to go down the rabbit hole and I want to speculate. But before we do that, I have their Instagram pulled up as well, and here we have more pictures and better pictures of Mick playing several different ESP guitars live. That's a beautiful picture right there. And then this is the one we seen like 2 months ago already. And I was doing a little bit of research before making this video. I can't believe the initial revelation of Mick being with ESP Guitars is almost 2 months ago now at the time of this filming. That's crazy how fast time's going, dude. So this caption on Instagram is more or less the same thing we just read on the actual website. But looking at some of these pictures here, so this one was the smaller one on the actual ESP website here. So looking at this guitar right here, this is obviously a V, and if I'm not mistaken, this is one of their Arrow models. Mick's known to play a V every once in a while. I mean, he's got his like Silver King V, he's got the Rhodes Double V, I don't know, he's got this one. And looking at the neck pickup, we have a Fishman neck. Another thing that's interesting, taking a look at this Horizon here, this is the one again from the website, but if you go to picture number 3, this is, I believe, a green quilt guitar. Look at that. That is not a black guitar, unless the lighting's hitting it weird, but that definitely appears to be some sort of quilt top. And this reminds me of one of those early Ibanez guitars that Mick was playing, like right when Self-Titled came out, and even a little bit before. He had this like kind of weird green looking guitar. I'll put a picture of it up here right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Maybe it's not even green, and you know, the lighting and the filters is making it all, you know, kind of obscure. But regardless, I don't think that's the silver and fancy schmancy black guitar, because I don't necessarily remember binding. I could be wrong, but I think they're different guitars, right? I say think, I'm like 99% positive. But this guitar right here, I want to talk about this one so much. In preparation for making this video, I was like thinking of like, what would I want from a brand new Mick Thompson signature guitar model? His signature guitars, generally speaking, the ones that have been just out in production and just his shtick, has always been that, I'm gonna call it Floyd Rose, non-Floyd Rose bridge, where basically it was the components of like something Floyd inspired, and it was just direct mounted to the body, and it had no whammy and no springs, yada yada yada, right? That was very Mick Thompson. But I want to ask you guys, what was the general consensus on that? Did people like that, or is it more or less like kind of like a novelty and just kind of unique to Mick? I guess I'm more of like a traditional less is more type of player. I understand it, and I think it's kind of cool and all that, but just being honest, not necessarily my first choice from a bridge and nut standpoint, you know? If I was to see a Mick Thompson signature guitar in 2024, because obviously they're not going to come out this year, I think a single cut would get me so excited. I think that would become, honestly, one of, if not the most anticipated signature guitars that I personally can ever like remember wanting to purchase. That would rival the Jim Root Jazzmaster V4 with the block inlays, you know what I mean? Because obviously you guys know how much I love single cut guitars, and that's just kind of like my shtick, my aesthetic with the guitar shape that I've wanted for such a long time. The guitar shape that I've been playing literally my entire life, ever since I've been able to play an electric guitar, generally speaking. So having a Slipknot affiliated, ESP affiliated LTD with Fishman's and a single cut would be so cool, man. I truly think that would be way more appealing to the masses versus another rendition of the Mick Thompson signature guitar, i.e. a Super Strat of some kind, like a Horizon or something like that. That's just my own opinion, maybe a hot take, and I may be way off on that. But I really think a Mick Thompson single cut, oh, that would be so cool, man. I'm just like sitting here fantasizing over it. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I could be way off, and I could be setting myself up for disappointment, but I think that'd be pretty cool, man. And I'm taking a look at the comments on Instagram. We got All Pedal here. We got FU Tone. What's up? We got Mike. Mike's been on this channel a long time ago. That's Mick's Tech. Glad he finally decided to get with the best company in the world, but don't be surprised when he leaves next year for Schecter. Yeah, I mean, I think the memes are starting to roll out because Mick Thompson has been with a lot of companies now. Is it a true humbucker Super Strat shaped guitar with a Floyd that doesn't move? Improvements ... Aha, hey, check this out. Mike's in here. Doubtful. Okay, interesting. So if anybody knows anything, it would be Mike, right? His tech. So seeing Mick with a Les Paul style body is really weird, LOL, but I feel like ESP fits him way more. Please, no Les Paul shapes, Mick. It's Mick Thompson. He can do what he wants. Don't you forget it. Nice to see a press release from something that was basically confirmed a month ago. Yeah, this isn't exactly the most new of news. He looks strange with a Les Paul shape. Yeah, I mean, he certainly does, dude, but I'm telling you, I really think that would be so cool, man. All will be revealed in due time, and I think that would be 2024, because NAMM for real 2024, I think, will roll out back again in January, and I think what better time to present the brand new Mick Thompson guitar than NAMM 2024, Winter NAMM 2024 in Anaheim. So everybody, what do you guys think of my thoughts and opinions? And what do you guys think of the latest developments in this news story with ESP and Mick Thompson? It's all good problems to have. This is not drama-filled, you know, hate-inducing type of content and news. This is all good problems to have. But I'm really curious to see what the future will be with Mick Thompson and ESP, you know? Alright everybody, be sure to subscribe on your way out if you haven't done so. Like and share this video. I am out of here. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy, stay metal. See you guys next time. Later.